What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and today we have a very exciting model review for you guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the GeminiJets 1:400 scale IcelandAir Boeing 757-200 in the Hecka Aurora livery. This is a super nice aircraft, and I'm very glad to have it. GeminiJets did a fantastic job on this aircraft, and it is an excellent addition to my collection. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at this box. This is a pretty standard box here from GeminiJets as per usual. So here we go with the GeminiJets, made for collectors by collectors. A beautiful CGI, and I really like the yellow there on the 1:400 scale die-cast model aircraft on the looking side. The box is pretty simple, very standard for GeminiJets, which, as we've talked about, I think is a pretty solid standard for them. But again, the design boxes that NG models do, for instance, is also really cool. Here's the pamphlet, and this is a 2016 release for retrospective. And speaking of that, here we go with this beautiful model. So as you guys may know, I saw this aircraft at the Denver International Airport back in June of 2022. And ever since, I've been looking for a model of this, as they are very hard to come by. They're really rare and they're pretty expensive when they do come up. I was able to make a trade with my good friend Carlos. So thank you so much, Carlos, for making this happen. I very much appreciate it, buddy. This is a fantastic model, and I really appreciate your willingness to trade with me. As he got some models that he really wanted, I also got a model that I really wanted here with this IcelandAir. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into this beautiful aircraft. As you can see, there are so many various attributes that make this an incredible aircraft, and I'm certainly very excited to have this one in my collection for a variety of reasons. So without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. Alrighty, let's get started. Here we go with the cockpit windows right here, and then we have the nose cone, which is really nicely done. This is one of the last 757s that GeminiJets did before transpiring up to their newest 757 molds. So that's what we're seeing right here. We have the Hecka Aurora titles in the L1 door right here. Then we have the beautiful start to the livery. As you can see, we have navy right here, and then we go into this really cool pattern design, which I think looks really nice. Here is the nose landing gear and nose landing gear door, very nice and proportional. And the nose landing gear here on the 757 is very interesting, or the actual nose landing gear itself, because this was, like I said, though, this was the final aircraft before getting the new mold. And as you can see, it's so simple. It's not really as precise, but it still looks really cool and very iconic for a variety of reasons. Here's the IcelandAir billboard titles, and you can really see the beautiful pattern here of the Northern Lights. This livery is just fantastic. We have the navy, then we have the green right here, and then back into the navy, and then we transpire into a blue, and then we go back to green. I believe this says right here, my stopover, so that's really cool. You can see on that hashtag, and I really like the design. You can really see, I'm not sure how to describe it, but there's like, it's really defined in terms of the color, and I think that's a really nice attribute of this aircraft. Here's the middle section where we have the emergency exit and the emergency exit pads. They did a really good job designing this, GeminiJets that is, and they did a really good job casting all that. And the two-piece mold doesn't look too bad. You can see a little bit of a gap, but also keep in mind that it's black right there. So really nicely done here by Gemini for making an accurate representation of the transition. Here are the beautiful RDB211s. These are beautiful, man, with the yellow contrast. They did a really good job bringing that out in this livery, and I think it looks super nice. Here's the wing itself, really nicely done here on the detail from the flaps, slats, and speed brake. It just looks incredible, and they did a very nice job. Taking a look here at the main landing gear, also really simple here on the older 757 mold, and you also get a really good view of that engine with the Rolls-Royce sticker on it, along with the exhaust. Very nicely done. While simple, it's beautiful. Here's the beautiful F there for IcelandAir. Really nice to get to see that, and that looks fantastic. The back section of the aircraft also looks really good. Nice and defined curvatures there, and it looks really good. Along with this really cool section of the aircraft where this blue and black design starts, I think that looks super cool. Along with this beautiful pattern work up here with the Northern Lights for the lighter blue. And then, of course, the stars right here represented as well look really cool. Looks really cool, excuse me, and it's really nice to see that they go into the Northern Lights themselves. So just really great attention to detail here, not only by IcelandAir, but also by GeminiJets for representing all this. Speaking of which, here's that lighter blue again, the green, and then into the Iceland flag, and then the registration of Tango Foxtrot in the uniform. And then we have the L3 door, I guess in this case, since it's a Gen 2 aircraft. Really nicely detailed with the handles and everything. They did a very good job on that. It's nicely done there by GeminiJets. You have a beautiful IcelandAir tile to round this out, along with the horizontal stabilizers and the APU. The detail is surreal, and they did a very good job casting all that. Overall, a very good effort there by GeminiJets. On the right side of the aircraft, also pretty simple. You do have the baggage door right here, which is very nice, and you got the cockpit windows, Hecka Aurora, and you got the beautiful design that starts a little bit more present, or it's a little bit more present that start there on the front. Northern Lights are pretty similar over here on this side. Really interesting how they kind of die off there on the top, as you can see. I'll show you that better view here in a moment. And then the rest of this looks really nice right here. As you can see, again, baggage door back here in the back, and then you got the main landing gear one more time, along with the tail and everything that you need to see right there too. Top of the aircraft, like I said, it's very simple. As you can see, it is just that navy shade, so it's interesting to see that they didn't go all the way through the Northern Lights, but I think it makes sense there. IcelandAir, that is. And the bottom is actually black, which I didn't know this till I got the model, but really cool to see how cool this is. I would hate to see this model from the bottom because of how good the livery looks, but I would be curious, like if I could actually walk up to it to confirm those findings. But very unique right there, very cool. You also have the registration down there on the bottom right there, and I guess not on the top, which is interesting. I thought we would have found that, but nevertheless, that is all good, as this is a pretty model. So very, very nice model right here. If you can find one, please get yourself one, because it is super nice. Highly recommended. GeminiJets in the NG version is also really nice, but that one is even harder to find than this one. So just get whichever one you can find. They are beautiful, and this is a great model. No reason to do a side turnaround perspective. I'll just kind of just bring it up so you can see why it's just perfectly level, and it's very nicely done. Here's a head-on if you would like to see that, to get a little bit of a 757 perspective there on this older GeminiJets mold. Ultimately, this is a super nice model, and as I said, I would highly recommend it if you're looking for it. As I said, I got to see this aircraft at the Denver International Airport back in June 2022, on June 25th to be more particular, and I'm super glad to add this beautiful aircraft to my collection, as it is super nice in various ways and will be great for great planes and all the other model airports to come. Hopefully at some point I'll get to use this in another real life airport, but hey, it's certainly gonna be a great addition at the Great Plains Airport, and it'll be a nice variety to throw in with the 80th anniversary livery, which does have the new mold ironically. So very interesting how Gemini did this one with the old mold and then the new mold on the 80th. So certainly glad to complete the pair. I guess it's kind of a trial with the 100-year special livery that IcelandAir has on their Dash 300. So that would be a cool model to get at some point. Yeah, only Gemini did that one. NG did not, because obviously they don't have a 757-300 mold, at least yet, that is. We'll see if they ever get to do that one. But nevertheless, this is a really, really, really nice aircraft. I mean, I just am looking at it in this light, and I just, oh, she's pretty, man. She's beautiful. A really, really good effort right there. Again, super glad to have this aircraft for the collection, and I am so glad that I was able to get my hands on it. Let's just go for one more full view here simultaneously. I mean, it's just too nice not to. So she's beautiful. Highly recommend. Just a really pretty aircraft, and it really deserves the representation, especially with those RB211s, man. Any 757 usually always looks better with RB211s, so what can I say? It is a really pretty plane, and I'm super glad to have it in the fleet. Like I said, I don't think there's any other noteworthy remarks here with this aircraft, besides if you can get one, please do. I would love to get a 1-200 sometime, but hey, we'll keep taking it one step at a time, and hopefully we're able to get that for the collection here in the near future. But with all that being said, everybody, that'll do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon, as Redriveraviation is signing off.